Hello people, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. I'll just start with the mission. जर्नल पूरा करना है मेरे को, साइड क्वेस्ट पूरी करनी है, फिर उसके बाद हमको इधर उधर के काम करना है भाई। वरना एपिसोड फिर से बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा हो जाएगा। यहाँ से कूदूंगा तो मर जाऊंगा ना, ऑब्वियसली। Oh, मैं कहीं खतरनाक सी जगह आ गया हूँ।
How come it still smells like sweetener and despair?
यो उधर कैसे जाऊँ? लेवल बढ़ाना पड़ेगा। अबे हाथ धो ही भयंकर। 75 लॉक पिकिंग चाहिए, क्या चाहिए मैं? हाँ लॉक पिकिंग ही चाहिए। हाँ
The next day.
Deft hands, Cap.
Proximity alert. Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Present your Rizzo identification credentials or prepare to be downsized. Quitting is a fireable offense. Priming weapons.
Take your best shot, asshole.
अबे साइड हो।
Their mistake.
मैं सोच ही रहा था इन पे अटैक करना है कि नहीं करना।
Watch those traps. They're not exactly pretty.
अबे 150 पागल हो गए गेम वाले। थोड़ा सा दिमाग में कमी हो गई है। Okay, done.
Let me take a look-see.
Okay.
Okay. I'm thinking if I patch this into our fuel cell network, we can use the empty tanks to hold this ulta-wada-biddle stuff. Just gotta compensate for the pressure difference. We burn liquid reaction mass, not gas. And the cells are distributed all through the hull, so I gotta isolate the empties.
Okay.
Of course I did, Captain. Just gave it a little jiggle. There we are. Good as pretty and twice as new. Oh, I just did my thing. You know.
Hey, take the compliment. You did the work.
Okay, done. I should go now. Going to Lilia. Abey Lilia?
Our fuel cells are now primed with Alta Vitae gas. As the organics say, let us hope we do. The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain.
Hello, Stellarway. Long time no see.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it. When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy a gold toilet to shit in.
Done, yeah.
You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor. No one you saw, anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine doesn't always play nice with others, but it sounds like she and Clive reached some kind of understanding. Hey, when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they?
Yeah, they did.
I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know,
Okay.
you know?
Okay, okay.
I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet.
Yeah.
I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station. Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Sounds like a major business expansion. It pays to get in on those early, you know.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station's systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Both. Neither. Right now, it's safer if I keep you in the dark. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
We've reached
Side quest पूरी करनी है भाई, बहुत हो गया।
HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal.
It's quiet as the grave in here. We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up the place.
Can we talk?
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. I'm so glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape. You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of Forest. But I'm in a sporting mood. Inadequate, son. They must pay you smugglers better than I thought. Can I do that? Why, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Let's act as if we never saw each other. Try and keep it that way, Captain.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Nice.
What the fuck? Where should I go now? इनका एग्जिट ही मानना पड़ेगा। अच्छा एग्जिट तो ये रहा। अबे
Floor's got teeth.
Some subjects.
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce.
Wait, Chartrand? We've seen that name before, back in Cascadia.
I think we should go now. कोई बात नहीं.
Sam, my vacuum tubes require evacuating. No, not those. The ones in port. Yes, there. Thank you. And while you're at it, could you switch my binaries to that? Exactly. I haven't felt this clean and efficient since Captain Hawthorne installed my subalternate auxiliary backup processor. We've arrived at the groundbreaker. Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain. I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big.
Something none of us were meant to know. I'm thinking more along the lines of the sapient species paradox. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. No, they were hiding something the colony isn't ready to know. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? You call that an open mind? All right, here goes. Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Okay, aliens.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Actually, yes.
You took that better than I thought. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Okay.
You don't even want to know why for?
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone.
I'm just
Maybe even
interested in the
deeper than
money
that.
I get.
Captain, got a minute?
Obviously.
Hey, Captain. Next time we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do. I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Which brings us to where we are today, several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise. But I worked so hard! I dropped the accent, picked up a swagger, developed a taste for Spacer's Choice. Well, I bet they won't know the difference. I bet they'll barely recognize me. Reconnect is a strong word. And, I was thinking you'd come too. Great! And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some bloodstains, wear that one. You're the boss. Anything else?
ब्रो ये तो काम पे काम देते जा रही है साइड क्वेस्ट मेरे को पूरी करनी है भाई
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. I think
Okay,
all
Byzantium first time. Bro. साल लगा दिए इन लोगों ने.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
मिशन दे गए कोई.
Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean? Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation? Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime? Terrific! We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Okay. एक और side quest. God damn.
A new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate.
Bro. Side quest पे side quest मिल रही है.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh, what are you doing? Nothing. I work in the lab at the Ministry of... Please.
अबे भयंकर side quest. Bro, side quest पे side quest ही मिलते जा रही हैं.
Contraption does nothing in
Real great cleaning solvent in desperation.
thanks to
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. Play the ruffian angle some more. You're supposed to help me make an impression.
Okay.
Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
Leo made a point. Can you just get this over with? Indeed, we saved down Mr.
Are you trying to make me look bad?
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
Reception all over the floor and just night they're top quality. What is it? Keep going, and yeah, like where this is.
Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
I should make happier now. No, any lag and whatnot.
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about. That's it? You just want us to disappear now? Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
Okay, she's gone.
Let's talk outside.
Let's talk outside. And where is outside? Where the heck is outside, bro? अयो, हमको कहाँ जाने का है? इधर.
Can we talk?
Of course we can.
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage. I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. Hey, the last thing I want to do is sit around thinking about all this. I want to take action. I want to... Wait a second. What if I could get that money? I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves. Something on your mind?
Okay.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about?
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Finhill.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
कंपेनियन क्वेस्ट एक्टिव। ब्रो इस गेम में बहुत क्वेस्ट हैं। बढ़िया।
Well, well. Aren't you the very picture of good health and sound decision-making? However, we can't make good decisions all the time. Consider whoopsie-daisy coverage. Please note that to make a... And also note that doing... I remember...
Of course no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
Yeah. ये करने का मन कर रहा है कुछ वैसे।
Please, my policy only covers paper cuts and wrist strain. Very well, I'll do it. But then you've got to go. Confrontations like this will raise my premiums. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Okay, what should I do now?
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Yeah. The funny thing about getting what you want is then you gotta figure out what to do with it. I've never been much of a planner. Makes my eyeballs itch. If only you could have been my chief surgeon back in the day. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee. Could have fooled me with all your tough talk. What's gotten into you? I always thought it meant we get used to the smell of each other's dirty socks. But you really do see a rosier version of things, huh? Well, I've got a few years of experience that would suggest differently. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests. It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh?
Done by companion quest done. This tasks, ये faction quest, ब्रा कितनी सारी quest है भाई. चलो मैं I think side quest को अब background में ही पूरा करूँगा. I should do that. I think this much for today is enough. See you guys next time. तब तक के लिए bye bye.